Let's try this again. Sorry, I got family stuff going on, so I had to talk to the grandchildren. Talk a lot with James Lott Jr. I think it's episode 83 or 84. I'll look on the thing. I can't remember. We'll be here for the hour. I am here. Like I said, I'm dealing with my mother's breast cancer and stuff, so we're dealing with that right now. But I'm here. We're going to talk for the next hour. It's 10:06, so yeah, for the next hour. About life, I have some things that are going on. I'm going to share with you, of course, as I always do. And I'm going to turn around and read it to me. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody who's joining. Um, yes, lots going on. I got banned on Facebook from one of my pages, which makes no sense. Let's see. I have my thing right now. It's episode 84. Okay, I wasn't sure what episode this was. Today's 26. Sorry, I've been on sporadically because of my mom and because of other things that are going on. I have not been on as much. I have not forgotten everybody. I want to be on. Trust me. It's just been dividing my time between things. I was doing some recording, and then just I'm involved in several projects that take a little longer than normal, and then my mom and what's going on with my family. So during production, trying to put shows together, all this stuff, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts that go into producing something. And today, for soap fans, two shows came back strong today, which I was involved in both. Dish and Days on their own channel, Dish and Days YouTube, and Bone Beautiful Mini Spotlight. We did it, and me and Tank Ovea and Amanda Russ came back and recapped the first week of Bold and the Beautiful. So both shows are out there. It was fun to do. We had a great time. But it takes a lot of work to put together shows, folks. And we don't just wake up and do a show. It's a lot of work that goes into them. A lot of stuff is time consuming. And I'm producing shows and I'm involved in shows, reading scripts. And this is a light week for me. I haven't even last week I didn't do hardly anything because I was with my mom mostly. And this week is I have it set up where it's another light. I have like maybe a couple of interviews and a couple of meetings. That's it. But I really have kept it low maintenance. I'm trying to move around. But my grandkids were texting me, Zayden and Scarlett, and Zay had to update me on some stuff going on with him, and I had to update it with my mom, and then Scarlett, same thing, talking to her. So it's crazy having grandchildren that can text me. That's like crazy thought. I can talk to them separately from their mother. I can just talk to them directly. So that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice access to do that. Thank you, Deanna. It's the C word. Any C word is not fun to hear. And you know what I mean. But it is a matter. I don't care if it's stage 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's cancer is cancer, and it's still a scary thing. And radiation is radiation. It affects everybody differently, and it can be really strange. And you just never know what people's reactions are going to be during that time period. Some folks hardly anything. Some folks they get really sick, so it depends because you are trying to eradicate the possibility of anything being in there, the cancer cells. So it's just scary. And so the whole thing is it's just not a word you want to hear. As a person who was diagnosed with several things in his life, it's not fun when you hear something because you always go hoping it's going to be okay and be fine, and sometimes you think the worst, but yeah, the bowl breakdown. There's no more. I'm sorry. There's no more bowl breakdown. That's dead because AfterBuzz is dead. So a bowl breakdown is dead. It's now we're recapping the show under my bold and beautiful mini spotlight. So if you go to JLJ Media, there's a whole playlist for. I've been doing them all this whole time on my side, just not recapping. But since Bold is back these next 2 weeks, I decided to make that the recap show. But the Bold breakdown, that's with AfterBuzz. That I left AfterBuzz. AfterBuzz is not on anymore. That's part of the past. But Bold Me for Me Spotlight is mine. You can watch our recap there. And this is Tammy and Amanda Russ. Amanda has a show called the Bold and Beautiful Podcast. So she's joining us the next couple of weeks to recap the Bold and the Beautiful. And thank you, Annie. I saw your comment about enjoy watching us because of that. Um, but yeah, Bold Breakdown. If I can say it 10 more times, dead. Dead. My association with AfterBuzz TV is dead. Now it's all JLJ Media and other things. So I have no problem saying that. But it is on YouTube, on my channel, JLJ Media. And Dish and Days is on their channel, Dish and Days. So go ahead and follow them. In terms of GH Report, that's dead right now also. But I'm in talks with Frank and Carla to maybe come on my network and do the show when it comes back on mine. Who knows? And then YNR, I do YNR Mini Spotlight, which Facebook has banned me, has totally taken down my page. And I was like, I said I violated something, and I didn't violate anything. So I put in a request to fight it. But in the meantime, James Lott Jr. has been hacked before and been banned before. James Lott Jr. was going to wait 1 day. I'm going to give him 1 day. 1 day I'm going to give them. If they don't fix it within a day, I'm not going to sit here and wait 2 or 3 weeks. If they don't fix it within a day, I'm starting a new page. I went through, hi Christina, and Joseph, I went through each of my pictures and downloaded them from the page. And I will start a new page if I have to. So stay tuned. I'm sad because I have nearly 3,000 people following Water Mini Spotlights page that I built from scratch 5 years ago. So I that page was out there before there was even a show. And I was getting people, and everybody's been so wonderful on the YNR page, and I'm so pissed about that. I don't know if someone reported me because they don't like me. I got haters, trust me, I got haters for whatever reasons, and stuff, so I am pissed about that. I've had it for 5. I have like 13 pages on Facebook, and I've never had a problem. I always say with Facebook, I've never had a problem. I've never been in Facebook jail, never been banned. But when I got the notification today that said, your page was unpublished, I'm like, unpublished? What the fuck? You know, unpublished. And they unpublished my page. And I went on there, and they're like, you violated it. And there's like 3 or 4 reasons why they say they would take down your page. And each reason I read, I was like, that's not what I do on there. I don't post violent content. I don't do death threats. I don't do hate speech. It's a soap page. I post soap shit from Young and the Restless. So I was very, very disappointed in that. I don't know why. I mean, that's just so weird. Everybody's telling me there's just glitches and stuff. But the point is, it's a work page for me. This page is part of my work. I post my stuff on that page. I engage with the fans on that page. So now I got to think of something to do in the meantime. So I'll do it. I mean, that's fine. I'm James Lott Jr. I get through shit. I'll do it. I will just go ahead and start another page. I'm gonna give Facebook 1 day. 1 goddamn day. And if they don't fix it in a day, because if you saw, I posted the picture, what they wrote back to me. It's not really a priority because it's not, but then why was it? It just gets me more upset. So I'm going to start another page. And like right now, the last thing I need is some shit like that going on. My mother has breast cancer. I'm trying to deal with that. I got other things going on. That's the last thing I need to have to worry about, is that a page of mine on fucking Facebook is like, it's been unpublished or whatever. It's like stupid. It's stupid. So I'm giving it a day. And I will start a new page. And I'll try to build from there, I guess. And if that page at some point gets published again, then I'll get rid of the new page or whatever. I mean, I'll figure it out. But my whole point is, I'm not going to sit here and wait for them to dictate to me my business, basically. That's just not going to work. And if someone is out there trying to get me, which has happened before, because I'm a public figure and people do whatever the fuck they want to do, kiss my grits. I'm not going to stay down. I have pages that have been hacked, and I've started over. That's fine. I will start over. That's just how life is. You will not keep me down. I'll just keep on going. So you just do that, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. So I will just continue being James Lott Jr. and working it out. But this Facebook bullshit is it's just stupid. It's a soap page. It's a page about the young and the restless. Why am I unpublished now? and in violation of community laws or some shit like that. I'm like, community? Like, what? That's like the last thing I expected today. Actually, I was having a pleasant day, and then that happened. I was like, what? And you can't talk to nobody. And due to COVID, they're like, it may take a while. Fuck you. Aren't you guys at home? I know people were in office. Aren't you working remotely at home? How many violations are out there that I see a lot of things that are offensive on Facebook that's not being taken down. But my little soap page that has 3,000 followers on it is getting banned. Makes no sense whatsoever. It's just dumb. It's like so dumb. So stay tuned. Can't keep a good man down. We're going to work it out if we have to. I got all the pictures, so I'm good to go. I have my shows on YouTube that can repost. But we will work it out. I'll see how it goes. It's fucking stupid. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Exactly. I see people who have scammers on there and they don't get taken down. And I'll tell you something. Instagram was another shitty place too when it came to customer service. I remember getting someone locking me out of my account because I had several accounts. They locked me out of my main account. I had like 10,000 followers. I had scrimped that whole. I worked that account out. Somebody came on and started posting porn on my straight porn on my Instagram page and started flooding it and started asking people for money and stuff. And I remember saying to them, "Hi," took screenshots. This is what's happening. I can see it. Here's how my page looked before. Can you stop it? It took them 2.5 days. I couldn't do anything about it. I had to watch them do this. Nothing to do about it. It took them before they took it down. It took 2.5 days, and then posted them porn and click on this link and do this. I was like, I couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, luckily folks were like, clearly you're being, hacked. But I just watched it happen. From my other page, Jail Jimmy, I was watching this happen. But once they finally took it down, I started over and I'm building, and now I'm up to almost 2,200. So I'm getting back up there. But I think folks think they're following me already. So that's why they're not following me. And it's happening on Twitter too. I got hacked on Twitter. So I started over about 4 months ago or whatever. And I'm only at I'm not even to 1,000 yet. And I had 5,000 people on there. And there are folks that I thought I was following already. You were following me, but now I'm trying to follow it. It's crazy. Social media sometimes is more problems than it's worth, to be quite honest. It's more problems than it's worth. And so I'm trying to not pop a blood vessel over goddamn social media. So I just started over. And there's some folks on Twitter who won't follow me because they think I did on purpose some shit like that. I'm like, no, why after 9 years on Twitter would I start posting porn? I'm not even into porn movies. It wasn't like it was my porn movies or anything. I wasn't in porn or anything. And they got mad at me. And I'm like, and I'm telling them, I'm hacked. I've been hacked. I'm working it out. And luckily, I was up that morning. I got up early, and I'm addicted to fucking social media. I happen to go on. I was like, what's this? Like, what's going on? And most people were like, James, you were hacked. You were hacked. Most people got it. But I had a few. These are people who are grown folks who are still mad at me. And I'm like, why are you mad at me? I didn't fucking do anything. I'm like, hello? I was like, you get hacked. That's what happens. People hack. What they do, their job is to disrupt. That's their job. Their job is either you get hacked or you have like my brother got hacked once. They kept posting things in Russian. And my other friend, they post things in Chinese. Their job is to disrupt. That's their job. Happens on Facebook all the time. People ask, is this you in a video? I never click on it. I never click on it. Because usually it's somebody hacking you. You click on it, they have information. So I changed most of my passwords recently. I went through and started just changing stuff and making adjustments. But hackers are good. Their job, that's their job. They're criminals. That's their job. All day, every day. That's all they do is find ways to bypass the system to get at you. No matter who you are. So that's what they do. So it's very interesting. But I'm like, but I start from scratch, and I'll start from scratch. And my loyal followers will follow. Or not. So That's kind of how I feel about that. It's too much. Social media is too much. I just want to have my life online or some shit like that. I don't know. So enough about that rant. So that's what's going on there. But we are trying to work it out. Yesterday was a very nice day for the family. We were all relaxed for my grandniece's birthday. Everybody was relaxed. It was a very small group, very well needed. The weather in LA has been beautiful the last couple of days. I posted pictures of my garden, my front yard today. It was really nice. I haven't been out there in a couple of days because I had to take a break. JT Ashford, hi, fan of yours. I do the after show for your show. But LA has been just really great weather. And I had to stop going outside for a while because I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and spiders. Because I get in. I wear shorts. It's hot, so I wear shorts. I go in the garden. I'm like on the ground pulling weeds and doing all that stuff. And I like the sun. I like having the sun on me. So I'm in there trying to dig in there, and both my legs got eaten. I guess my blood's juicy. They're like, this blood is delicious. They went in. Now I get the ghetto bird. Funny, I work in Hollywood, but I live in Inglewood. You know the difference, right? Inglewood's coming up though. It is coming up. But yeah, so I get in. I was getting in the dirt, and so I realized that I probably was wearing something scented. Like it could have been in my lotions. So I got to stop that. So I get a little breather from working in the garden. I'll probably have to work in it in a couple days because it needs tending to. I have this. You see, I have something. I was walking home today from my sister's, and my neighbor was like, "James, my husband's a gardener. He gets extra plants all the time. Do you want them?" I'm like, just drop them off. You can't have too many plants. I mean, somebody goes, "You have too many plants. You're a plant hoarder." I'm like, how can you be a plant hoarder? It's plants. They're outside. Like, I have a gigantic yard. How can you hoard plants? It's just plants. I don't need the space for anything else. I'm not a trapeze artist and shit. I don't have anything out there going on out there. Like, it's plants. They're living things. How is that a problem? It's like, it's so funny to me when people say that. It's like, oh, you're a plant hoarder. You have too many plants. No, it's too many plants. I want more. I live in a corner kind of between on two alleyways, so I'm so exposed and I hate it. My backyard is perfect. I got it to the point where I'm secluded in. I have bougainvillea everywhere. I was secluded in, but the front yard's the part that I'm trying to make a little more secluded because it's huge. My yard is like huge, and so I need to close it in. And so these plants are helping me close it in a little bit. And I have trees planted on the side. They're going to grow really big, like I did in the backyard. I hate being on an alley. I just hate it. I'm not a fan of being on an alley. So I'm trying to close it in. So any plants, people drop off plants in my yard anyway. People love my yard. They tell me all the time, "We love your yard, James." They walk by, "Oh my God, it's so nice." I've worked in that yard for 8 years, front and backyard. And I said, okay, everyone who comments about the goddamn brown grass, yes, I don't have grass. I'm not planting grass. I'm not seeding anything. It's too much money to water grass like that. So I'm going to get fake grass, faux grass. I'm going to do faux grass. I'm going to do little pathways. I have a whole design I'm working on for the front yard. The backyard's fine. There's grass back there. But the front yard, we're going to work it all out. I don't want to cement it or do the fucking wood chip shit all over the place. I actually wanted it to be kind of cute. So I'm placing the plants where I want them, and then we'll do the grass around it. I've seen some fake grass that looks really good. Like, really good. There's no shame in it. It looks like real blades of grass. And so I was like, because first of all, I don't mow lawns. James thought you don't mow lawn. Number two, it's a lot of watering. It costs a lot of money to water a lawn. It's just too much work. So for me, because my backyard's fine, but it's the front yard that just can't seem to get together. So I'm like, let's just kind of like eliminate all that. And people are like, and people also ask me too, is a lot of money with the water? No. Here's the deal. Most of my plants are drought tolerant or succulents. Rose bushes, they last through anything. I can't. I have rose bushes 50 years old in the backyard. They die, come back, die, come back. They don't really die. So I water them. My palms are okay, but most of the things I have are drought tolerant plants that don't need a lot of water. That was on purpose. I have a few plants that need watering on a more regular basis, and actually I'm watering less. I'm not watering a yard, I'm watering a lawn. I'm watering. So I pour water. I mean, it takes a lot of work, but I'm watering individual pots on my own. And also, I use some of the water from I don't have a dishwasher, folks. I'm not fancy like that. I use my dishwater. Sometimes I use my bath water. There are several things you can do of repurposing and reusing that I do use my water outside. So we're actually looking at, there's a system we can do from my shower water to use it for some of my plants on one side of my backyard. So we're working that out too on some level. I'm trying to be very cost effective and everything because I love my plants, but I'm working out ways to use water. But lots of times my water from my thing is from my dishwater. It's fine, and I do that too. So I do not let the water just run outside either. I literally, it's a lot of work though. I mean, I get worn out, and I've had to now do front yard first one day, backyard another day, but completely. I know you guys are like probably bored to death. You're like, garden talk? Oh my God, James, really? Go back to the ranting about Facebook. So I'll stop here, but it's all good. Some people comment, and so I'm letting them know some things that it's all good. Trust me. I don't have a high water bill or anything like that, but everything in my garden, everything in my yard is specifically placed. It was picked to be there, except for the few things that are dropped off. People drop like babies in a basket. They've dropped off plants in my house, so that's what's just kind of crazy. Girl, I'm not gonna go over the Facebook thing. I just did a whole rant for the first 20 minutes on what happened to me on Facebook. I can't even go through that again. I'm gonna try to post this so you can see, but I've been banned on some things on Facebook. But elephant ears come out. Oh yeah, I have my elephant ears come out. Huge leaves. Yeah, I love all that stuff. But enough about gardening, because I know some people probably tuned out going gardening. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about gardening for? I love it. It saved my life. I like being out there, and living in LA. It really does work, and it works. It's I can't live in the tropics. I'll live here, and I will have the best gardens on earth. That's what I'm doing, folks. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, so that's that thing there. Thank everybody who has been asking about my mom. She's not sick. My mom isn't sick. The thing is, she just went to get her mammogram and found she had breast cancer. So that's kind of funny. It's like, is she okay? I'm like, she's nervous and scared, yeah, but she's not sick or in pain. So she is going to be okay. We're going to work it out. This week's all this stuff's happening this week, so we'll see what happens. And there's that. For those of you on the dating the dating update, I'm still talking to the same person. Now I think it's been since the 12th. I can't do math. It's been 14 days, 15 days. So, but I've not met in person. We've done virtual dates. We've done FaceTimes. We do stuff on Snapchat. So, who knows? I don't know. Who knows? But James Lott Jr. is like, see what happens. 14 days. That's a record. That's 2 weeks. It's a record right now in COVID. How this is going to work out, I have no idea. It feels like a long-distance relationship because even though we're in the same city. Oh, here we go. Came actually to do CSI, whatever. I'm not. This is the way to do it. But we're very clearly very safe because nothing's happening in person. So there are no new episodes of GH tomorrow. The GH is not back. You would have heard way more about it if it was, but it's not back. So look at that. There's Iron Beard. There's no new episodes. That's just they didn't have any on this week. That was the thing last week. There was none on last week. So I guess they meaning like they're coming back with a new old episode, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like it's a new it's a you know what I mean. But there's no new episodes yet. They're not no episodes yet. Trust me, you'll know when General Hospital is back with new episodes. They'll promote the shit out of it just like that, just like Bold Beautiful Beautiful did. I don't know, Kay Marie. So we're gonna see what happens. So far, it's nice. It's still from afar. We have not met in person. That's what's so strange. So dating during COVID is a very interesting concept. So I'll keep you guys posted, kind of see how it goes. I don't know. So it's kind of a weird thing. So that's going on. And then, like, what else is going on, kids? Forever and a Day. A week from tomorrow. It is debuting. I've heard the first 3 episodes already. And I did the narration for episode 5 tonight. And I got the scripts for 7 and 8. It's good, kids. It's good. I'm telling you, it's good. I am very impressed. I'm not just saying that because I tell the truth. I'm not just saying that because they're on my network. They're good episodes. They're good. I'm totally into it. Which means a week from tonight will be the Forever and a Day after show on GLJ Media. So next Sunday, our new soap block will be there will be a new Y&R mini spotlight. Stay tuned for that surprise that day. A new Bold and Beautiful mini spotlight, which will recap the week of Bold and the Beautiful on JLJ Media. New Edition Days, which I might be back for that episode. And depending on how the week goes for me and watch TV. And then Forever and a Day after show. So we got a soap block filled Sunday next Sunday. Yeah. Or not next. Oh, sorry, not next Sunday. In 2 weeks. Sorry, in 2 weeks. It'll be the following Sunday. Because it'll be the 9th. I can't do my math. So the first 2 episodes of Forever and a Day are coming up Monday and Friday of the next week. And then after that on Sunday will be the episode. I'm getting there, folks. You have to forgive me. I got all kind of shit going on. So that's nice. Been working with the first couple episodes of Fairview Heights, which is a half-hour dramedy. I've been bringing that word back, dramedy. And it's really good. And it focuses on a gay, straight relationship. 2 friends who are guys. One's gay, one's straight. And they're both of color. So we're going to be getting that going. We don't have a release date yet. But you can follow some of the preview stuff I've been talking about on JLJ Media on the Fairview Heights. You can follow that. But that's coming up right now. My writer, Jaime Molina, is writing it right now. And we've had some great little meetings, and that's coming up. And there's a spinoff to it, too. So they already start writing the spinoff. So it's very interesting. I mean, I can't believe I'm having like scripted content on my network. It's very interesting. So working on that also, and it's very exciting. And it's a great. These are all great, unique projects, which I'm always looking for because I'm very unique and I like to have unique projects on my network. The Really Short Story podcast. I've already recorded 2 episodes and released them last week. I have one I'll be recording Scene with Somebody. And somebody else. I have people lined up who want to be on the show, reading their short stories. And so that will be happening. Coming up also on JLJ Media. A nice little, play them. Tuck yourself in the bed and listen to some short stories while you are laying down and just relaxing. So I thought the idea came to me from a friend of mine who was saying, well, instead of doing audiobooks, how about just read your short stories and people read their short stories? And someone asked me about longer poems, like poetry. I said, sure, spoken word. If you have a longer poem, sure, let's read it on my thing. Sure, why not? I know, exciting times creatively. I've written 4 Christian songs I recorded 2 of them already, and the songs are good. They're actually really good. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. Part of me thinks, because I haven't released any new music in the last month or so. So my last album came out 2 months ago, and then I put out some fun little TikTok songs last month, but I haven't put out any music in over a month. So my brain is like, it's probably time for me to release something new. I have a bunch of songs in the vault that I've been kind of saving for my next album, but a couple of them actually fit the times today. I don't know. And then some say, well, maybe I should put out the Christian stuff. Should I put out the songs, or should I do it as Christian EP? I mean, I'm like, am I now doing Christian music? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Poet Philosophy, I like him a lot. Yeah, he's good. I don't know. So I'm just like, the creativity's coming out, and I still got the movie soundtrack. So for Vex, so I gotta sit down and actually put that. The songs are done. Either I keep writing songs for it. I'm like, James, stop it. Put the songs that you have and put them in a sequence. I gotta put them in a sequence. Package it all up. Already got a cover for the album. And that Vex put together. They put together the cover of the album. I have some amazing artists. It's not just James Lott Jr. So it's not a new James Lott Jr. album. James Lott Jr. wrote it. I wrote all the songs, except for one co-wrote. The rest I've written. But there's other artists on there. A couple of duets with me. My friend Mike Brown has a solo song on there. My friend Ryan Shaw he's one of the stars. He has a song on there. So it's very interesting. And my friend Ryan Shaw, he took one of my old songs that's on my last album, 2 albums ago, and he added stuff to it. And we put it together, and it is good. I'm waiting to hear back from him, see what he thinks. So I might release that as a single. I don't know. It's just crazy. I like the possibilities, but I just don't know. And I haven't released any books in the last couple months either. The last books I released were a couple months ago. So I am looking into that. I've been writing so many different books right now, and I got writers writing books, and so it's a bunch of stuff will be coming out late summer. A lot of things I'm going to say August will be some new stuff coming out. So you look forward to some books, music from me, shows. I know. I'm tired just thinking about it. I'm like, how do I do all this stuff? Sometimes I think, how do I do it? And I've been last week I did hardly anything. I completely had to shut down and be there for my mother and be there for myself. I didn't really do much, and I still did a lot. Yes. And it was a light week for me as a heavy week for some other people, I guess. I'm like, I still didn't do that much. And like this week, I don't have that much set up either. But I will tell you, this work actually is wonderful for me. I need these healthy distractions. It keeps me sane, keeps me calm. It gives me some sense of control that I know I don't have in other areas. So everybody, don't feel bad for me. I want to work if I can, and I will definitely tell people when I can't do something, which I have. I've already told some people I had to cut some things out this week because I can't do it. And my mom and them have been needing me mostly during the days. Hi, Andreas. During the days. So I think that's been the daytimes are kind of when she needs me more. The night times have been fine. So I welcome the work, and I welcome all that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Keeps you going, folks. I mean, you can't just sit and worry and wallow and be scared and not say no. You have to kind of go on some level. But when I don't want to be bothered, I don't be bothered. And when I can't do something, I say it. As you all know, I have no problem saying what I feel at all. That's something that I do very well. I've always been that way since I was a child, apparently. I've always spoke my mind. I've always spoke my mind. Is that bad English? I've always spoken my mind. I swear I have a degree. I got letters after my name. I have like 10 sets of letters in my name. But occasionally I'm like, is that the end? That's how you say it? I spoke my mind. I spoke in my mind. I speak my mind. Whatever the fuck is. You know what I'm talking about. James Lott Jr. says what he says. And I does what I does. That's what I'm going to say, I guess. And no drink tonight. No drink. I had last night. I had so much to drink yesterday. I did day drinking. I drank to from 1 in the afternoon to 9 at night. Oh my goodness. It was painful getting up this morning. I had a show to do at 11. And I was like, James, you have to get up. You have to get up. You got to be a man. You got to pull it together. I was like, why are the lambs still screaming? It was too much. I was like, I hadn't done that in a long time. I had this giant. Let's go on a show and tell for a second. So this is what I was using yesterday to drink out of. I'm black. So let's go on here. This is what I was using. Remember hot dog on a stick? This thing is huge. It's huge. So my niece was making margaritas for me in this. And I had several of these. Huge. So yeah, I was hurting for certain. I was hurting for certain. Close it up. Turn that off. Let's go back to where I was. I'm looking around. I know, it's crazy. So that was a lot. James Lott. That's a Riesling. That's good. That's a nice sweet wine. Riesling is a dessert wine, so it's very, very sweet. And I got wine. Actually, my wine collection is doing really good right now. I got booze everywhere. I was like, I take a break tonight. I was like, I can't do tonight. I did so much yesterday. Taking a breather. Jano Jr. is drinking water. Crystal. Oh, this is Trader Joe's. And I also have Crystal Geyser. Those are the ones I like. So yeah, James Lott Jr. was like, nope. We're not having I almost had one today, but I was like, nope, can't do it. I can't do it. But it was painful this morning, trying to wake up, trying to pull together. I saw a lamb emoji on here. Oh my God, I was like, everything's so loud. My face, it hit my face. Everything was spinning for a while. I was like, ooh, why is everything spinning? It's not good. So I think I didn't eat enough. I ate. I think it could have been a lot worse. I did eat, but I don't think I ate enough to because I was drinking for a long. It wasn't like I had 2 big margaritas in the beginning and then whatever. It was just it was that slow drinking. It was just I finished a third here and a third there and a third. It just was slow, and steady wins the race. So that's kind of how it went for me yesterday. But it was fun. I don't regret it. It was fun. I don't do that very often. I don't. I get some of my hair. They're saying that the barbers are doing things outside now, so I need to get a haircut stat. I got those clippers. I may just try it again. I may say screw it and try it again. I don't know. It's not as easy as you think. It really isn't. It's scary. So I don't know. But I'm looking at my hair going. I can feel it. It's growing in already. It's already growing in already. I cut this 4 or 5 days ago. It's already growing in already. It grows like weeds. My hair, I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I'm not complaining. But I'm going to be on camera. I got to look decent. I got hats, of course. I'll throw a hat on if I have to. But it's not as hot for a hat sometimes. Ooh, it's hot. So yes, that's that. I'm just aging every day. Every day I have a pain somewhere. It's crazy. I'm my sister told me the other day, it's weird how there's some days I don't even think about my age. I don't even feel 51. I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean? 51. Then there are days I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, okay. I see some age going on in there. Look at my hands. Oh, okay. My hands are a little older. But there are other days I don't feel anything. I don't feel like any age. I feel like I'm 35 or 30 or whatever. Just feel like it's whatever. age is such a weird thing. It's not about, I don't care about anybody else thinks. I don't care about that. It's more just me, myself, just going, I've lived 51 years. Like, I guess I have. When you start looking back at stuff, you're like, oh, yeah, that was 40 years ago. Yeah, that was 30 years ago. It's just so weird to think that, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, could I live another 50 years? That's 100. Kind of crazy. I don't know. So, anyway, right then. My Y&R page was unpublished on Facebook for violations. I'm fighting it right now. Why my Y&R page? Have no idea, Tony. I was ranting about that. That's like stupid. I have no idea. I have 3,000 followers, and now it's banned at the moment. I just have to wait till they make a decision. Makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, it's a soap page about soaps. That was the big thing Tony was talking about. So watch out with the Edition Days page. Hopefully, don't try to exactly what violation. Exactly. That's what I mean. The things they listed. I didn't do any of that stuff. I don't do hate speech. I don't show violent stuff. I don't do sexual stuff. It's a soap opera. I post soap stuff. That's all I post on the Wide on Mini Spotlights page on Facebook. That's all I post. And I got flagged and told it was unpublished. No one can see it now. And that I was in violation of community laws. So I had to press 2 buttons to tell them that I dispute it. And so I have to wait now because of COVID. It may take a while to get my page. And they may decide they don't agree with me. That's the fuck. So I was telling people I already downloaded all the pictures. I got all that just in case. If they say no, I'll start on the page. I'll start. I mean, I hate that because that was 5 years of building that page up to 3,000 followers on Facebook, and we had a page before we even had a show. I worked hard on that page. It's like it sucks. I mean, sometimes social media just sucks. Like, who even knows? Who even knows what happened and why? So that was my big rant earlier. I already did the first 20 minutes of the show on that. I'm not going to do it again, but that's what I had to deal with. I said I had good news on the good news front that some of my videos are doing really well and everything, but then that happens. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have what? So, with all the good social media can do, there's bad to it too. For all the bad social media can do, there's good to it too. Something like that, right? I'm on it. I'm doing it. I'm on it. Now I'm getting hungry. Why am I hungry again? I ate at 6. That's almost 5 hours ago. I know. I had to slow down. I was making too many cakes and too many blueberry muffins and shit. I was like, okay, James, you have to not make that. I had to cut that down. So try not to do that at all. I have some water, you guys. Speaking of water, I have some water. Excuse me. Forever and a day to find out. Forever and a day to find out. Candace has done it. She's done it. She's done it. Time of death, 10:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 2:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all you East Coast folks, thanks for staying up. And even Central folks, thanks for staying up. I appreciate it. Like I said, I've been on a few days, so I'm trying to come on when I can. Blue hearts. Like blue hearts. So, yeah, so I got a lot of stuff going on. I have a lot of stuff kind of going on, kind of swirling around. And that's kind of fun. I'm working on some Star Wars series. I have some co-hosts for a couple of them already. And so stay tuned for some announcements for that coming soon. I'm pretty big in the Star Wars universe these days. So, I talked to the fans, and they have spoken. So stay tuned for some announcements this week, probably. But yeah, I'm working on some Star Wars series with some people. We're gonna work it out. I like the little UFO. Aww, Flobito put a UFO emoji. I never seen one before. But yeah, so I'm going to announce those soon. One has a very clever title, and that'll be out soon, first probably. And I'm working on the other one. But yeah, we are. I mean, Star Wars. There's a whole world right now, of Star Wars, and I'm immersed in it, and I want to share it with people. It's been fun. The Star Wars Nation and Army have been wonderful to me, and have been so nice to me, and I want to give something back to them. So they're good. Thank you. Edition Days it was fun today with the fellas. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Tony Moore, Michael Madison, myself brought back Edition Days because AfterBuzz dropped it. So I'm saying, I was like, they went a little bye-bye, and so Edition Days had to continue because it's a popular show. It's the only show of its kind. And you guys, you Days fans have been wonderful for the last almost 6 years. You guys gave me a career. I started on Edition Days. That's where I started. And you guys gave me a career. So thank you very much. So we were like, I'm not on the show full time. I am just going to come in when I can. Oh, this day's chat room. It's my fault. I was shady and I started mess. There was mess started before I got on there. People were saying, I saw people before even start, people were like, why can't we be nice to each other even though we don't agree? And I said, I didn't know what was going on there. There was that going on. And then I said the whole thing about Ben, and that just started everything on that one. So I'm like, and I stand by everything I said. And then, of course, we got to the whole thing about Allie's age, and that became something at one point. So I saw a chat. I was looking at the chat room. I was entertained. I was like, that's right, you guys. Go right ahead. Everybody was just, they were fighting. They were getting mad. Mad at me, mad at us, mad at each other. I was like, the chat room's where it's at, folks. You know me, I love being in Edition Days chat room. And I have no problem stirring the pot. I have no problem, giving it to them. I don't care. I stand by everything I say. And my thing is, I know soaps. I know how it works. I know how they work. I know exactly how they work. And I have no problem saying what I said. I said what I said. So, but I said I started stuff. I know I started stuff. I was like, oh my God. And they were commenting on Michael Madsen's hair flip. What's going on with his hair flipping? Why is he doing all his hair flipping? I'm like, it's funny what people will pick up on. It's the weirdest thing what people will pick up on from hosts. So it's just kind of, it's just kind of crazy. I think it's hilarious for me. I'm like, and everything I said was steeped in soap history. I mentioned Anthony Geary, when I mentioned Todd Manning, when I mentioned Franco. I get the whole thing. I get it. And I love when folks bring stuff up that makes no sense to make their argument sound stronger. Yeah, I said it. They'll say, that's what I said. I'm not even going to address. I said on air, I'm not even going to address all the ridiculousness that was coming at me in the chat room. I was like, I did bring up Marlena for a second, but I was just like, I'm not going to address all. Like, you guys are ridiculous. You're trying to make an argument for your side. I'm like, no, it's fine. There are folks who like the storyline. There are folks who like that. I totally get it. No problem with that whatsoever. And I said that. I get it. They have chemistry off the charts. These people have chemistry that's beyond. But I'm just saying, But, I think folks nowadays, this is not even just in soap land and everything. Several of us on this right now, on my live, are hosts of something. Flobito's a host. I'm a host. Kenny Mac's a host. Now, Iron Beard's going to be a host when he has his new show debut. Was it September 1st? He'll be a host. But there's some of us who are hosts. And so we all understand that if we make comments, people are going to comment also. I don't have a problem with that. I'm like, sure, okay. I have a right to comment. So do you. Totally get it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I never name call. I never resort to there's things I don't do. I just state what I feel are facts, and that's all I do. You know what I mean? Because I'm the soap historian, I try to make sure I can back it up and stuff. And if I don't get things right sometimes, I don't give a fuck either. I say, like Allie's age, well, I don't know what the fuck how old she is. The point is, she's young. The point is, it is history repeating itself on some level. So that's kind of the point. If the bitch is 21, 22, 16, who cares? It's just like, you get the point. But I know that if I don't say it correctly or question something, they can question it also. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And I'm like, whatever I say, I completely stand by. My comments about Robin Strasser, I completely stand by them. As well as my comments about Louise Sorrell, I completely stand by them. I have no shit. They can be repeated to her. I don't care. I'm like, I really do just feel like there are folks who just are blind. They just kind of go, nope, my opinion's the only opinion, and that's it, bitches, and fuck you, and that's it. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. You have an opinion, sure, it's your opinion, but it doesn't mean it's the only opinion. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, healthy debate, I love. I don't mind. I don't mind debate. Tell me your side of the story. I have no problem with that. And again, fandoms and ships, I understand also. Frizz fans hate me because I don't like Frizz. They've hated me for years. GH. They hated me. Because I hate Frizz together. I'm not a fan at all. I love the actors. I love Elizabeth by herself. I love Franco on his own. Hate them together. But that's fine. I understand. I've explained myself why I do. I have concrete reasonings why I don't like them together. Same with Maxie and Peter. I tell everybody why, but I know there are folks who love them, so I don't shit on them. I just tell them my side. I'm not a big fan. You like them, good for you. You have your reasons. Some of them actually told me the reasons why they love these couples. Okay, got it. Makes sense to me. Got it. But when folks tell me to go that they hope my family dies or I get hit by a car because I didn't like a certain couple, that's when you go a little too far. Why should I get hit by a car because I don't like a fictional couple on TV? I'll wait. You guys tell me. I'll sit here and wait for a second. There's no answer because it's dumb. That's dumb. James, I hope you and your family get hit by a car tomorrow and you know and fuck you. I'm like, really? Because I don't like fucking Frizz? Okay. I'm like, right. I know exactly, right? But I get it as a host, as a person who's in the public eye, who makes comments and does commentary shows, completely understand. So I expect people to like my opinion and folks who hate my opinion. And Flobito, who may still be on here, knows how he does wrestling, so he knows how it is, I'm sure. You know, it's like it's one of those things where you just as a host you just deal with it. Because my thing is if I hate it so much, I'll stop doing it. You know what I mean? Like it's our choice that we're doing this. So I mean, if I actually hate doing it and it becomes something that's too much for me, I'll stop doing it. That solves the problem. But since I love doing it, I can't complain. Wrestling fans are so nitpicky. Oh, soap fans are too. Oh, oh, yes, they are too. You're right. Peter fans. I'm back on what they say. It's funny. Yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Oh, I've gotten death stuff before. Hope you choke on your words and then you can be off my screen because I'm like, really? Okay. Even with some of the actors I don't like in real life, I've never wished them death. I just want them on TV. But I never wished them death, like in real life. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. This sounds condescending, but I don't care. It's just a TV show. Yes, a show we love, like watching, but it's just a TV show. Who cares? Everybody has their favorites. That's completely understandable. And you're right. That's how I look at it. It's your right to have favorites. It's your right to fight for your couple. You know what I mean? In like conversation. But I think it's just ridiculous when you go, there's a line that we all know what it is when they cross it. I am a fan. I'm not fanatical. That is the difference. Oh, Flobito has a question for Flobito. It's in his show. The show is Talk a Lot with James Lott Jr., not Talk a Lot with Flobito Boys. Will SummerSlam live up to WrestleMania? Okay, Flobito, answer the question. I'm sure. That's fine. We only got a few minutes left. I don't even watch wrestling. All that stuff sounds like foreign words to me. There's 11 people in here. 11 is my number. I love the number 11. It must be good luck for something. It means my grandmother's watching. Let's see what Flobito says. While SummerSlam is my favorite PPV, I don't know what that means. Oh, pay-per-view, got it. They never put in the effort they need to make it from Superior to Mania. So I'll say no. Does that answer your question, Candy Mac? Are you guys going to have your own conversation about wrestling on my program? Oh, now we got somebody else jumping in here. Does anybody watch Impact Wrestling? I prefer it over WWE personally. Really? Are we really going to use my last 4 minutes on the show to talk about wrestling? Is that what's happening here now? You guys are tired of James Lott Jr., and now you're going to go to Flobito. I hope with all this conversation, you're following him on all social media platforms. I dabble with Impact. It's a little different. I actually bought a Flobito t-shirt, so I'll be wearing that soon. A tank top, I'll be wearing that soon. Yeah, he's come on here. First, Flobito makes songs that sound like mine, and now he's hijacking my show with wrestling questions. I don't know what's going on here. I don't watch wrestling, people. The last thing, you have to explain nothing to me. I get that so fans and subs are wrestling fan writers too. I know the stuff. I get all that. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born for all y'all. I know what's going on. But this is Talk a Lot with James Lott Jr. I don't watch wrestling. The last thing I seen in wrestling was like 1990 something with Stone Cold Steve Austin. There he is, stream still. I do love that song. Yes, I know there's some similarities between soaps and wrestling. I had a talk with Jack Farmer on my show about that, which you can find on JLJ Media. So yes, I do know that. I know all of that. I know all of that. So make sure you follow Flobito, and when you follow him, then ask him all these wrestling questions on his stuff. And buy a song. Do a video where you watch wrestling. Actually, Flobito, that's a great idea. We should. That's a great idea, actually. Ooh. Okay, Flobito. Well, Flobito, I'm seeing Flobito tomorrow. So tomorrow, Flobito, we're going to discuss that. That's a great idea, actually. And to get your commentary on it, that would be hilarious. Okay, I see. Okay, so everybody's redeemed because now it came back to James Lott Jr. See, Flobito knows me now well enough. He made it. He found. He goes, I got to focus. It's about James Lott Jr. So you have to focus it back on me, and now it worked. So now I'm appeased. I feel better now, and it's back to me again. So that totally works. Flobito, you are a good friend. You get it. You get James Lott Jr. That's it, kids. That's it. I'm going to write this down after we get off the phone. I'm going to write this down. 105, 104, 10. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love and support with my mom. Thank you for your love and support of my shows. It's going to be a week. It's going to be a week this week. We're gonna whatever. We're going to do this. We're going to a week this week. And everybody, wash your hands. Wear a goddamn mask. And show compassion. Find compassion and show it. Let's bring it to the forefront again. We need compassion. Don't know where it has gone. We need it back very much. And so Now, yes, we got. So, Bino and I are gonna work it on. We're gonna work on it tomorrow. We're gonna work on something. Everybody, I love you guys. Good night.